Well, hello. I hope you all are doing well, and I wanted to show you my newest purchase, my new to me purchase from Costco. It's this plant-based dish soap detergent, and I'm very happy with this purchase, and it tells you what each ingredient's role is, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate it's plant-based, so if you see it in Costco, I would grab some and get it. It is morning time. I hope you are having a great morning, and this is my freshly made bed shot. If you saw the video before this one, you saw that on my weekly menu plan I had ribeye steaks. So I wanted to show you what they looked like right off the grill, and they turned out so nice. My husband grills them so wonderfully. So with the leftover steak on Monday, I made a sheet pan of nachos. I made 2 sheet pans of nachos, and I made homemade guacamole. Do you recognize the little raccoons? Aren't they super cute? And I think the purple and white look lovely together. These are a couple of my absolute favorite potted plants that I did. I'm excited to see what flowers come out of those right there. It's a beautiful spring morning. Miss Chicken is looking over my flowers. The most beautiful, perfect blueberry bush. Look at the little blueberries. They take a long time. Slow going, but there's so many of them. And my beautiful Japanese maple. She's so big. So here's the slicing cucumbers. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger every day. I water them every day. Looks a little dry, but I do water them every day. Unless, of course, it rains. Pepper plant. And my squash plant is really, really thriving. Look how big it's getting. I remember I had tons and tons of zucchini one year. So I'm hoping for that outcome. And this is my sweet pepper plant. And I want to show you my tomato plant that I planted from a seed. It is really growing up. It is becoming quite big and hardy, and I'm hoping I will get a tomato from it. I've never done well with tomato plants, but I'm so proud of this one. It came from a seed from me. And this is my strawberry patch, and I'm hoping for another round of strawberries. And I've got some extra blueberries that I want to make some blueberry jam with. The strawberry jam was quite a hit, so now I'm going to try blueberry. Those are store-bought though. So this is the tomato plant. What a difference like a day or two makes. I could have sworn it's like tripled since the last time I showed you, but this was the one that I started from a seed. This is the only one that really survived. I tried, but these are slow going, but they're doing well. I moved this back here because certain plants seem to do better on my back deck than in the front yard, and these are wildflowers. So I cannot wait to see the flowers that come out of here, the colors. Okay, so a few things. I am going to make the shepherd's pie that I showed you in my meal plan. So I'm going to make the easy shepherd's pie today. It's 1 pound of ground beef, a third cup of ketchup, a teaspoon of Worcestershire, which is one of my favorite seasoning sauces. And you know there's a town in England called Worcestershire? I'm not sure if there's any correlation, but I thought that was kind of interesting. 8 ounces of frozen mixed vegetables, grated cheddar, and of course we have to use the cheese. You know my family loves cheese. Package of mashed potatoes. I'm going to be using fresh. I'm going to be making homemade mashed potatoes, but hopefully we'll get as close to this as we can. So we'll see. So this is what I'm going to do today for dinner. And then I'm going to, hold on one sec. I'm going to make my ice cubes because it's getting very warm, and I'm going to put some lemon and then some water, and then I'm going to freeze them for my ice cubes. And I'm gonna cut these beautiful watermelons up. And I was thinking of making some juice and freezing the juice. We'll see. All right, so this is what I am up to right this second. So the ground beef is cooking and the potatoes are about to boil. And so I will start to put things together. This is the mixed vegetables. This is a vegetarian dish, and this is the real beef dish. So I made two. I made a little vegetarian one, and I made a real beef one. So in this mixture is the ketchup and the Worcestershire sauce, and here are the homemade mashed potatoes placed over them. And I made the mashed potatoes as you would normally do, except I added cheese. I might have added a little more, and I kind of put it on top home style. Good morning. I have been starting my mornings out with yoga, and I've been running in the warm sun in the afternoon, and it's been so wonderful. And this morning for breakfast, I made everybody French toast and a side of bacon. And also, I have more steak left over that I wasn't planning on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to veer off my menu, and I'm going to slice it, and I'm going to make like steak fajitas. So you do what you have to do. And also, I put the syrup in this cute little syrup container, and it just makes it just more fun. And then I have my kitchen to clean. There's some dishes in the sink. And then there's a plant that I had propagated, and I had put it in dirt, and it is just doing so well. It started up from pretty much nothing, and it is growing. And I just love this plant-based soap. And then these little daisies broke off my plant, so I'm hoping to save them. And of course, I'm trying to save this leaf and grow it. And then these beautiful flowers are from Mother's Day still. They still are beautiful. And I have to straighten up my dining room. And I want to decorate this palette a little bit better. I usually decorate it for the seasons, and I wrap lights around it, and it looks really pretty when it's decorated. And I have to get rid of the Mother's Day poster and just kind of tidy up my dining room. Freezing some lemon and some mint for my waters. I've also been baking some chocolate chip cookies, and they're turning out really nice. We like them a little chewy. We don't like them very crispy. So I think they're doing well. I think they're turning out well. They smell really good. So here are some more of the cookies that are cooling off to be put in the cookie jar. So here are some more that are cooking, and I'm thinking of making some ice cream sandwiches. We will see, but I thought that would be fun. So with this stove, I have a glass top, and sometimes it gets baked on food, and I use this trusty little razor blade that came in the cleaning kit, and it just gets it off perfectly. And then I wipe it clean with cleaner and make it sparkle. Now that the cookies have cooled, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this parchment paper, and I'm going to cut it to fit this jar, and I'm going to layer the cookies, and I'm going to put parchment paper in between the cookies so the cookies don't stick to each other. And I've noticed that if I do that, they're easier to get out also, because I've laid them all in over each other, and they kind of meld into each other sometimes, especially if they're like chewy. And so I cut just a few pieces. I put a few cookies down, and then I put some paper, and so on and so forth, until the cookie jar is completely filled, and it looks like this. And trust me, these cookies will not last. They will go fast. And they also work really well crumbling them in shakes, like when I use my Vitamix and I make a ice cream shake and you crumble some cookies in it. It really is good. Who has ever put like malted milk balls in their shake? We do that too. And so those are my chocolate chip cookies, and I love these containers. This is my cookie jar container. So with spring in the air, it is getting warmer, and I am enjoying iced coffee a lot more lately, and I've been using this chocolate syrup. And after I spill my coffee on my counter, I use my thieves cleaner to clean my counter and make them sparkle, and my kitchen ends up smelling so beautiful. Once again, my cinnamon French toast sticks were requested again for breakfast, and I so enjoy making them. Put a little cinnamon in the egg mixture and cut them into little sticks. And then you cook them until they are golden brown, and you serve them with some maple syrup, powdered sugar, some butter. You can scoop the butter out with a little mini round scoop, make it cute. Well, hello there. I have got to run some errands, so I thought I would say hello and take you with me, and I will pop my camera out if I can, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I need to go to the grocery store. I need to get some milk, and I need to get a few other things, you know, just pick up some things. And it is a really, really pretty day today. I went swimming with my daughter on Sunday afternoon, and it was so lovely and so nice. And then I am creating my bucket list, and on my bucket list, I want to play a tennis game. I did it one year and it was so much fun. We have a tennis court, and I love tennis. I'm not very good at it, but I love tennis, and I want to play another game. It's just always hard to get people who want to play. So I'm going to try and coordinate that. And then I have a concert I'm going to, which I'm super excited about, and we'll get into that. Also, on my blog I made a desktop wallpaper, and I've been playing around with that, and I've been making them each month for my computers, and they seem to work well on the desktop and the laptop. And so it's just a download. It's free, and it's on my blog. It's for June, and it's super cute if you like, you know, pink. And that is about all with that. The dinner I made, the shepherd's pie. Now, I thought it was fabulous. My daughter, everybody thought it was very good except one person. So I have to tweak the recipe a little bit, just a little bit. But I always like to follow a recipe the way it's given and then fix it to everybody's liking. So, but it was a good recipe. And so now I'm off to the grocery store because I need a few more things. I need a few more groceries to stock up my kitchen with, and I'm looking for some more glass bottles because I want to make some linen spray, and I want to make some more all-purpose spray, but this time, because I love my thieves, but I want to incorporate some of my fresh herbs. I want to put some of my fresh herbs into the bottle. So I want a clear glass bottle to make it look really pretty. It's an idea I have, and I'll show you. I know it may not be making, well, maybe it might be making sense, a clear bottle so you can see the pretty herbs through. And so I'm going to pause for now, and I'm going to go run some errands, and if I can, I will pop up the camera. So I will see you in 2 and 2. Okay. Okay, so I am at my last stop, and I am going to close for now just in case I don't get back to my vlog today. But I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I always enjoy sharing with you, and I will see you next time. I may add more, I don't know. We'll see how the day goes, but if not, I'm going to say farewell until next time. Okay, so I know I said I was going, but I wanted to show you these real quick that I got at Kroger. I always wanted these little taco stands. Aren't these adorable? You put your tacos in here, and you load them up. You do soft shell or hard shell. I thought this would be fun. I've seen these on Amazon, but I've never, I think they're even in my list of things that I want, and I saw these and I was like, I'm gonna get these. I found this tiny little heart cookie cutter in my drawer, and I decided to cut out little heart cucumbers. And I was having so much fun doing it. But I ordered some off of Amazon, some more that are metal, that I'll be able to cut through carrots. Oh, I'm going to have fun with this. Also making a spring coleslaw with cider vinegar. And here are the pork chops that I'm going to put a really awesome seasoning on it, and I'm going to grill it on my grill. That's my grill in the corner. My husband has the grill on the other side. I know how to use that one easier, but this is the seasoning that I'm going to put on the pork chops. I will put the recipe of the seasoning on my blog. It's paprika, garlic powder, onion powder. It called for a few more things, and I will post the recipe for you. And then I am still continuing to work on my spring coleslaw / summer coleslaw, and I take the wooden spoon to kind of bruise the vegetables a little bit so they can soak up the cider vinegar a little bit better, if that makes sense. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the vinegar over it with a little bit of salt and some pepper, and I'm going to let it ferment for a while, and then I'm going to put it in a jar into the refrigerator, and it'll last for quite a while. But every vegetable that you have at home that you want to use, you just throw it in the salad, and look at how beautiful and colorful this is. This is the apple cider vinegar that I am using. I got this at Costco, and I also use Bragg's. I love Bragg's also, but this is what I had on hand, and so this is what I'm using. And isn't this so beautiful? These colors are just amazing. And I'm going to put it, when it's done soaking up the vinegar, I'm going to put it in a glass jar, so it's going to look absolutely gorgeous in my refrigerator. But I'm covering it right now with cheesecloth and a little cover, and I'm going to let that sit for a while I cook the rest of the dinner, and then the vegetables will soften up and they'll soak in the cider vinegar, and that's why you put a little salt in it. I don't normally use a lot of salt on things, but for this dish you need just a little bit. And I'm going to let that sit for a while, and then when it's done, I'm going to serve it up. And then this is the idea that I was telling you about earlier with my glass jar with the herbs in it. Now this is plastic. I couldn't find any glass jars, but I had that plastic jar on hand, so I used that at the moment. And those were the little new potatoes that I'm going to boil, and I'm going to season just a bit. And this is my zucchini that I put some olive oil on and some garlic, and I'm going to put that on the grill along with my pork chops. After I boil the potatoes and they're softened a little bit, I'm going to put them in the air fryer so they can roast a little bit and get golden brown. And this is the pork chops and the zucchini on my grill. This is the spring slaw after it has sat for a while, and I'm going to serve it up in a glass bowl. And it looks so beautiful, and it's going to soak up even more vinegar the longer it sits, and the vegetables will soften. This is my zucchini. I love the grill lines, kind of like I like the vacuum lines. And this is the pork chop with the seasoning on it. Look how beautiful they look with that seasoning on it. The paprika really gives it a beautiful color. And my potatoes have roasted golden. I have my spring slaw, my zucchini with the lines. This is it all served up on a plate. And I put a little cheese on the potatoes. And these are the colors of spring today. And after all that, I cleaned my kitchen. I am so glad I was able to share this with you. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye!